Hello students, I hope you all are fine. But we were doing our second chapter, that is the principles of management. We have already done fuel's principles of management, 14 principles of fuel we have already done. And I hope you have gone through the book also, read each and every principle very carefully. So today we are starting up with the scientific principles of management. There are 4 scientific principles of management which were given by F.W. Taylor. 14 principles were given by Henry Fayol, and these 4 principles of scientific management is given by F.W. Taylor in the form of the scientific principles. So first I want to tell you the brief what do you mean by the term scientific principles. Scientific principle is also, if we have the thorough discussion, then the principle is also certain kind of the science term. Okay, so in this chapter we have to study about the scientific principle. Okay, scientific principle means before derivation of any kind of principle, okay, they are using scientific tools, methods and trained personnel. Okay, the difference is only this thing, that if we are talking about the science subject, those principles are rigid in nature. Okay, we can't change them. But if we are talking about the management principles, so scientific principles is a part of the management principle. So sometimes we are using the term management principle instead of scientific principle. Okay, so if we are talking about the management principle, they are flexible in nature, that if there is a requirement of any change in the procedure, then we can make up the changes. Okay, so today we are studying about the scientific management. So before starting up with the scientific management or the scientific principles given by F.W. Taylor, I want that you should go through the brief history that has been given about the F.W. Taylor in your book. That is, F.W. Taylor was born in 1856 in USA. In 1878, he joined Medieval Steel Company as a mechanical engineer. Using his engineering background, Taylor set out scientific studies and techniques. He was primarily concerned about the efficiency of the workers and optimum utilization of the resources. So why Taylor insisting on the scientific studies and techniques? Because according to him, he want to convey that if they are using the scientific tools, methods and techniques, okay, then there is the optimum utilization of the resources and the workers are able to work more efficiently. Taylor's principles and techniques are based on the observations he conducted in factories where methods of production lacked planning and working methods were haphazard. Haphazard means जिसका कोई particular procedure नहीं होता, ठीक है, सारा कुछ इधर उधर हो रखा होता है. So basically why there is the initiation, what initiative has been taken by F.W. Taylor, that when he had joined as a mechanical engineer, ठीक है, उसने कंपनी में देखा दैट वाइल वर्किंग, ठीक है, वाइल वर्किंग देयर इज अ लैक ऑफ प्लानिंग. लैक ऑफ प्लानिंग मीन्स दैट दे आर फॉलोइंग द प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ मैनेजमेंट, ठीक है, बट दैट इज नॉट अकॉर्डिंग टू द कैलिबर ऑफ द पर्सन, ठीक है, मीन्स दे आर अप्लाइंग द प्रिंसिपल विदाउट, वी कैन से, हैविंग अ थॉट बिफोर दैट. ठीक है, वो बिना कुछ सोचे समझे ही अप्लाई कर रहे थे प्रिंसिपल. अदरवाइज इन ऑर्डर टू हैव द इफेक्टिव रिजल्ट्स, proper and thorough thinking has to be given before applying any kind of the principle. So that's why he is saying that these are based on observation. Observation means that whenever we people have to find out solution to any kind of problem, we have to analyze the problem in such an effective way so that we can have the correct solution at the correct time. So now we are starting up with the scientific principles of management. Scientific principles of scientific management means that there is the replacement of rule of thumb. ठीक है, in your junior classes you must have studied your science subject. ठीक है, मेरे को तो अभी तक याद है कि यस इन द साइंस, मेरे को ये भी नहीं पता कि किस क्लास में पढ़ा था, बट आई हैव रेड अबाउट द रूल ऑफ द थंब. ठीक है, रूल ऑफ थंब कोई ऐसा था, इट इज लाइक दिस, रूल ऑफ थंब, रूल ऑफ थंब ऐसे करके हमें कोई टीचर एक्सप्लेन करते होते थे इन द साइंस सब्जेक्ट. ठीक है, तो साइंटिफिक मैनेजमेंट इट इज नॉट रिगार्डेड एज अ रिप्लेसमेंट ऑफ रूल ऑफ थंब. रिप्लेसमेंट ऑफ रूल ऑफ थंब मीन्स कि in the science if we are learning any kind of the principle, they are taking the example, suppose they are talking about the principle of rule of thumb. ठीक है, तो in case if we are studying about the rule, we are in science, if we are studying about any kind of principle, ठीक है, तो प्रिंसिपल हमें एज सच लर्न करना पड़ता था. साइंस में जब हम कोई एक्सपेरिमेंट भी करते थे ना, ठीक है, तो हमें एज सच लर्न करना पड़ता था कि हाँ भी ऐसे करेंगे, फर्स्ट स्टेप में ऐसे करेंगे, सेकंड में ऐसे करेंगे, थर्ड में ऐसे करेंगे. ठीक है, इन ऑर्डर टू गेट द एग्जैक्ट रिजल्ट. अगर हम सेम प्रोसीजर से एक्सपेरिमेंट नहीं करते तो एट द एंड वी आर नॉट गेटिंग द सेम रिजल्ट. ठीक है, तो ही इज सेइंग दैट साइंटिफिक मैनेजमेंट इज द रिप्लेसमेंट ऑफ रूल ऑफ थंब. ठीक है, रिप्लेसमेंट ऑफ रूल ऑफ थंब should not work according to the will and wish of the manager. ठीक है, तो साइंटिफिक मैनेजमेंट का जौन सा फोकस है, ठीक है, he says that there must be thinking before doing, which is not in case of the rule of thumb. Rule of thumb में हमें particular procedure है, we are learning that. ठीक है, but in case if we are applying the principle related to the management, so before applying that principle we should think in advance. ठीक है, अर्लियर जब FW टेलर ने ज्वाइन किया एज अ मैकेनिकल इंजीनियर, उससे पहले क्या था कि जस्ट द मैनेजर ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ही इज गिविंग द टारगेट. ठीक है, बाय हैविंग द एनालिसिस ऑफ द पास्ट एक्सपीरियंस. ठीक है, ही वॉज लैक इन थिंकिंग दैट एवरी पर्सन हैज हिज ओन कैलिबर. ठीक है, हर एक का अपना क्या है, कैलिबर है, कैपेसिटी है टू डू द वर्क. ठीक है, हर कोई बंदा हर एक काम में एक्सपर्ट नहीं है. ठीक है, सो नाउ दिस डेज द वर्क ऑफ द we can say manager, it has become more technical in nature that he have to analyze his employee from all and each aspect so that he can have the effective and desired result. ठीक है, so that's why they are saying that scientific management is the replacement of rule of thumb. rule of thumb को उसने replace कर दिया क्योंकि scientific management में, scientific principles में we people are learning about the management principles और management principle में कोई रट्टा नहीं था. We are not talking about the respective rules and regulations. So there is the replacement of the rule of thumb because each and every manager, ठीक है, they are doing something keeping in mind the set pattern. ठीक है, they are observing each and everything in the management very carefully. In the previous chapter we have done the principle of division of work. ठीक है, तो division of work में क्या है कि जौन सा मैनेजर है ही इज एनालाइजिंग द सिचुएशन दैट अगर मैं एक काम 8 बंदों में डिवाइड कर देता हूं, दैट वन वर्क इज डन बाय 8 पर्सन्स. ठीक है, तो जौन सा मेरा काम है, ठीक है, वो मैं 2 दिन में अचीव कर लेता हूं. ठीक है, बट जौन सी एफिशिएंसी है वो डिक्लाइंड है. ठीक है, मेरे को वैसी क्वालिटी नहीं मिल रही. मैं सेम वर्क इन स्पाइट ऑफ 8 पर्सन्स आई एम डिवाइडिंग दैट वर्क अमंग द 10 पर्सन्स. तो जौन सी मेरी प्रोडक्शन है वो मेरे को 1.5 दिन में मिल रही है, बट देयर इज द इम्प्रूवमेंट इन द क्वालिटी इज मच इम्प्रूव्ड एज बिफोर. ठीक है, तो ये मेरे को कैसा पता लगा, ये मैनेजर कैसे पता कर रहा है, ही वॉज कंडक्टिंग द एक्सपेरिमेंट ऑफ डिविजन ऑफ वर्क टाइम टू टाइम सो दैट ही कैन रिसीव द इफेक्टिव एंड एफिशिएंट अमाउंट ऑफ द रिजल्ट्स. ठीक है, सो दे आर सेइंग दैट देयर इज अ रिप्लेसमेंट ऑफ रूल ऑफ थंब. इफ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट मैनेजमेंट प्रिंसिपल्स, हम रूल ऑफ थंब से काम नहीं कर सकते. should not work according to the will and wish of the worker. Each and every employee, they are not working as a puppet in the hand of the manager. Managers also have to analyze all the aspects, all the things, ठीक है, before taking the plan into action. ठीक है, I hope you understood the meaning of the scientific management. So now we are starting up with the scientific principle. First principle is simple, that science not rule of thumb. ठीक है, science is rule of thumb अगर हम साइंस का सब्जेक्ट पढ़ते हैं. ठीक है, बट नाउ वी आर डूइंग मैनेजमेंट. इन मैनेजमेंट साइंस मीन्स दैट अप्लाइंग ऑफ द साइंटिफिक टूल्स. scientific methods, trade personnel to increase the production capacity. ठीक है, साइंस नॉट रूल ऑफ थंब इन केस ऑफ द मैनेजमेंट. ठीक है, बिकॉज ही सेज दैट देयर मस्ट बी थिंकिंग बिफोर डूइंग एनीथिंग. ठीक है, और रूल ऑफ थंब में उन्होंने क्या समझाया था, दैट देयर इज द dictatorship of manager, and if there is the dictatorship of manager, no organization can have the effective results. ठीक है, so that's why they are saying that science not rule of thumb. ठीक है, you will read the example that is given in your book, that is very easy and you will understand the entire concept. ठीक है, but before reading that example, but just keep my wordings in your mind, that science not rule. Science is rule of thumb in case of science subject, but science is not the rule of thumb in case of the management subject. He says that there must be thinking before doing, which is not in case of the rule of thumb. ठीक है, so this is your first principle of management. Second, we are having harmony not discord. Harmony not discord means कि whenever we are working in a group, we have to work in the complete harmony. We should not quarrel with one another. There should not be any kind of barrier between the employer as well as the employees. ठीक है, so in every organization we are having two groups, that is workers and we are having the managers. ठीक है, and both these groups are the rivals of each other. Rivals of each other means कि ये कभी भी ना एक दूसरे से satisfied नहीं हो सकते. Workers are not satisfied with the management. Management is not satisfied with the workers at all. Workers को क्या लगता है कि हमारी मैनेजमेंट हमसे ज्यादा काम लेती है and we are underpaid. ठीक है, हमें जो सी सैलरी है, वेजेस हैं, वो हमें अपने काम के अकॉर्डिंगली नहीं मिल रही. मैनेजमेंट को क्या लग रहा है, बंदा जितना मर्जी मेहनत करता रहे, वर्कर जितना मर्जी हार्ड वर्किंग हो, पर मैनेजमेंट को यही लगता है कि नहीं, there is something missing in this person, he is not giving his 100% attention towards my work. ठीक है, so basically क्या होती है, ये दोनों क्या है, rival terms है. ठीक है, so they have to maintain cordial and friendly relation with one another. Means that in the management, if the management or the organization, they want to achieve the good and the effective result, there must be, we can say, fully cooperation, good relation between the workers as well as the management. ठीक है, so they have to change their attitude with one another. Management should have good attitude towards the workers and workers should have the good attitude towards the management. ठीक है, इसमें कोई grudges नहीं होने चाहिए दोनों ग्रुप्स में. ठीक है, it should be grudges free. ठीक है, and I have used a term, there must be the change of attitude of both of them towards one another. तो उस change of attitude को हम क्या बोलते हैं, mental revolution. ठीक है, this term is also very important and a separate definition can be there in your exam also, that there is the change of attitude between the workers as well as the management team. That process is known as the mental revolution. Next we are having, that is cooperation not individualism. Cooperation not individualism, this is also very simple, that this cooperation not individualism, harmony not discord, it is one and the same thing. But cooperation not individualism, we can say that is the extension of this principle, that is the harmony not discord. ठीक है, so basically what workers are in confidence setting up the standard task for them. ठीक है, so they should cooperate with one another, workers and management, before setting up any kind of target, before setting up of any kind of plan, they must cooperate with one another, because we can say the management, it is a group activity, it is not the individual activity, it is not the single activity, so they have to cooperate with one another. ठीक है, and to have the good cooperation, what they have to do, management should welcome the good suggestion of the employees. ठीक है, and they should give them the reward from time to time, so that the employee should also feel motivated to, yes, management को मेरा काम पसंद आया. ठीक है, same is the case that if द मैनेजमेंट इज रिसीविंग द प्रॉफिट, और मैनेजमेंट को पता है कि इस बंदे के काम के कारण वी पीपल आर रिसीविंग अप द प्रॉफिट, ठीक है. देन आफ्टर रिसीविंग अप ऑफ द प्रॉफिट, ठीक है, बिफोर टेकिंग देयर शेयर दे मस्ट गिव सर्टन और द स्मॉल we can say token of reward to that particular employee also, so that the employee can also work more harder to achieve the success, ठीक है. They should cooperate with one another in a more effective way. Last we are having, that is the development of workers to their greatest efficiency and prosperity. Development of the workers is the special duty of each and every management, ठीक है. वर्कर्स आर वर्किंग, यस, ठीक है. बीइंग टीचर ऑल्सो वी पीपल आर वर्किंग इन योर स्कूल, ठीक है. बट वी पीपल आर कंडक्टिंग डे आफ्टर, वी कैन से आफ्टर सम डेज और आफ्टर द मंथ्स वी पीपल आर ऑल्सो कंडक्टिंग वर्कशॉप्स ऑल्सो, ठीक है. प्रिंसिपल मैम अरेंज वेरियस टाइप्स ऑफ वर्कशॉप फॉर द टीचर्स ऑल्सो, ठीक है. सो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ दैट वर्कशॉप्स इज टेलिंग अस, दे आर गिविंग अ सेंस ऑफ द ट्रेनिंग टू द टीचर्स, ठीक है. सो वाई दे आर गिविंग अप द ट्रेनिंग, वाई द मैनेजमेंट दे आर स्पेंडिंग द ह्यूज सम ऑफ द अमाउंट टू गिव अप द ट्रेनिंग टू द टीचर्स, सो दैट द मैनेजमेंट सेज दैट आर staff should be more improved as compared to the others, so that we can win up the competition in the market. So development of the workers to their greatest efficiency and prosperity means the workers, those who are working in the particular kind of organization, they should be providing training from time to time in order to develop them, ठीक है, to prosper them, ठीक है, to motivate them, ठीक है. So this is all about the development of the workers to their greatest efficiency and the prosperity. In one of the chapter we will learn about methods of the training also, like on the job, off the job, ठीक है, that we will do when we are approaching to that chapter. So these are all about the scientific management, that is the scientific principles that has been given by F.W. Taylor, ठीक है. He has given 4 principles and Henry Fayol, he has given 14 principle. But if we are talking about your board setup, ठीक है, the greater chances are from the 14 principle case study, ठीक है. If the case study will be there, the greater chances are from the Fayol, ठीक है. But Taylor also, as a part of the syllabus, we people have to do this in the more attentive way. And from the next module, we are starting up with the techniques of F.W. Taylor. Thank you.